Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the,
That's never happened.
excuse me, Chris. The Board of Selectmen meeting. The meeting is being taped for cable television. Please rise and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So the first item tonight on the agenda is the interview with the Finance Committee candidate, Reilly Bear. Reilly, you'd like to step up to the podium here? And yeah, you're going to be, the bright lights are going to be on you and everything. There's a little, that's okay, we're just going to say hello and let everybody know who you are, the thousands of people that are watching tonight. And there's a little gray button at the bottom of the, you just push that so the red light comes on. There you go. So first I want to say thank you for coming forward and volunteering to be on the Finance Committee. That's how we run it, and we appreciate it very much. Certainly reviewed your letter of interest in your resume. I think you'd be a great addition to the Finance Committee and round it out nicely with your background in education and life experience. So I will certainly, I think, speak for the board that it's much appreciated. So I'll send it to my board members if you'd like to make a comment or a question.
No, it would be great, Phil. I want to thank you, Reilly, to have a person of your caliber look to join the Finance Committee. I think you'd be an outstanding addition. I know your family has a long history of, especially your wife, and in-laws have served in the town of Lynnfield, so thank you for your desire. I appreciate all your family does. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys very much.
Following up on what Chris said, you have some big shoes to fill with respect to your wife's service to the town and certainly your mother-in-law's. Having gotten to know you over the last couple of years, I think with your background, you'll make a great addition to FinCom. So again, as Phil said, thank you for stepping up and volunteering. We appreciate it. Thank you.
So no pressure. You don't have to come out of the gates roaring, but
Sure.
Thank you, and I'll take a motion to appoint.
I move that the board vote to appoint Reilly Bear to the Finance Committee for a term expiring on June 30th, 2022.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Well, thank you, gentlemen,
Thank
very
you,
much.
Reilly.
Oh,
Thank
thank you. You're generous, and I look forward to adding value where I can. So,
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Reilly.
Congrats. Yeah. Next on the agenda, we had a petition presented to the board and to Town Hall for a special meeting, special town meeting. So as of tonight, we are opening the warrant for the special town meeting, and we have a single article that we're going to address at that meeting, which we are going to accept tonight. We have it. It's already been reviewed by town clerk. The signatures were certified. And if we could have a motion to accept, please.
I just want to, quick question, Rob. My proximity to, with my sister living closer to the rail trail, is this something that I can take a vote on, or should I abstain?
My opinion is you can motion to accept.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I will move that the board accept the petition article on funding for the rail trail engineering services, and that this article be included on the special town meeting warrant.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We also need to set the date of the town meeting, which they have asked for September 26th. I didn't see any major conflicts with that and had no reason to not do it that evening. Do my board members have any other discussion on that date?
Not by me.
Okay.
No Patriots game that night.
No
so I
Patriots.
think that'll be fine.
And we also need to have a date to close the warrant, which would be September 9th, which is our next meeting. Okay. So I'll take a motion to those.
I move that the board vote to accept the date for the special town meeting called by petition for Thursday, September 26, 2019, and that the closing of the special town meeting warrant be set for Monday, September 9, 2019 at 7 p.m.
Second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And just for a little context, the article is going to be presented on September 9th, and we'll discuss it and leave it open discussion for the public at that time. All right? So, thank you. Number 4, request for Sunday brunch hours at Market Street. This came from Tezmacal Mexican Restaurant. They had asked for a earlier start time on Sundays to accommodate brunches. Do we have someone for that regard? Yeah. Would just like to come to the podium and just talk to it briefly?
2 of the 3 of them used to work on.
Just introduce yourself. And,
Matter of fact, Steve Valorelli.
yeah, right there.
His son was the deputy.
That's the hot
chief
seat.
after the governor.
It's the hot seat. Good evening. My name is Michael Bainton. I'm the regional manager for the Temescal restaurants, Rebel Restaurants. Stephen Valorelli,
Manager.
Antonia Dracova, both managers in the restaurant. We're petitioning. We're going to start a brunch menu within the next couple of weeks. We've done a little bit of research. These guys have done a little bit of research, talking to some of our regular guests, and we feel that it's definitely something that people will enjoy and that they'd like to come out a little. So we'd like to be able to start a little bit earlier. We currently have an 11 a.m. license for all 7 days of the week. And I know you said Sunday. We would like to do Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's what Steve put on the application or not, but we would like to do both days. We just feel that we've created a really nice brunch menu. Our chefs have worked really hard to come up with some great ideas that we think would go well here in the neighborhood and go well with our concept. Antonia has a copy of that if you'd like to take a look at the menu. But goes right along with our concept, Mexican food.
Thank you.
And we also feel that our guests would enjoy being able to have an alcoholic beverage with their brunch in the morning. I don't know about everyone here, but lots of people enjoy a nice mimosa or a Bloody Mary or something with their brunch. And we feel that it would complement the menu that we've created and would also draw more people into the mall itself. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a couple other restaurants in Market Street that would like to also have the same hours. So I think it would
I'm
be
sure.
something we consider. It does have to go in front of town meeting.
Of course.
We'd have to have a warrant article to that effect at the October town meeting.
Okay.
So
Is
we
there
would-
something that we would, or you handle that, or do we take it any further?
You give us a proposed warrant article, and then we could work on it with you to get it proper.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'd like to open up to my board members and if have any questions to that effect.
No, I don't have any questions. I think it's something that's done in a lot of local jurisdictions now, and they've been a responsible operator. They've been well-trained in their past. 2 of them worked with me at Back Bay Restaurant Group, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well trained in brunch, right? So
Yeah.
many years of brunch.
So, I think it's a good proposal, and again, I think they'll do a good job maintaining a good quality of food and in a good environment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'd just be prepared to bring it at town meeting. You can get up and speak to that warrant article at the town meeting.
Absolutely.
Okay. Chris, anything?
No, that's it. Thank
No?
you.
Thank you.
Well, I just, should we take a motion to bring it forward? Or do we need
It's up
anything?
to you. You could direct us to drop a warrant article for the.
Yeah, I could, yeah, because I think that'll, just so it's done
It's the
right.
acceptance of a state statute, so
Right.
it's pretty straightforward.
Right, so I'll take a motion to move forward with the warrant article for this purpose.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Thank
you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Next item is the request to purchase town-owned land at 0 Rear Salem Street. This was brought forward by Michael Diorio. Michael's not hiding back here? No? So there's a piece of land at, I believe, 823 Salem Street is the lot number. I'm not sure what the address is, but it's 0 Rear Salem Street, but it's where lot number 823 and 852 are. It abuts the land that he owns there now.
Yeah, it's behind the old library building.
The old annex. Yeah,
Also, it's the office building that has.
Yes.
Okay.
right. So I would think at this point we would probably not want to do anything with that while we're still looking at possibly building in that area for in the future for town purposes. we are looking for a public safety building there, and he just wants the land for additional parking. We may want to look at that land for the same thing for the town. I would think that's, so I think at this time, we'd probably want to hold off on putting that forward to the town, because we would first want to see if there's any use by any departments in town, and then after that, we would have to declare it surplus. But I don't think at this time we can declare it surplus until we know if we're going to build at that location where the old fire station, where the current fire station is, if we're going to do some construction there later on. Because I know it's part of the strategic planning committee. It was part of the prior committee's suggestion that we might want to look at that as a location to build a new public safety building, and that, even though it's not in the exact same spot, that parking could be used for that building if need be.
So let me say this, Mr. Chairman. I agree with everything that you've said. I think that it would be imprudent of us to move forward. But on the other hand, is there to be considered and I don't even know if it makes sense for the person making the proposal, but does it make sense to consider an annual lease, short term, that therefore protects the town's interest, but in the meantime, perhaps it can solve a parking issue. So just throw that out for consideration of my colleagues.
That's not a bad idea. He hasn't asked for that, but it is something we
Maybe it's
can
something the
possibly
town
give him an option.
administrator can follow up with.
Can we look and see if that's a possibility for time being? Do we know on this map that he's given us exactly which piece of property we're talking about?
Is it 823?
I think it's the one that's not marked.
So it's one that jettisoned to the right.
So I think 815 is Christine's, isn't it, the bakery?
Yeah, he owns the hairdresser and
And
the,
then this is the building we got the picture of, which is across the driveway from Christine's. This,
Yeah, so on.
but here's,
There's lots, 816, 825, and 823. There's a chunk of land in the front there that isn't marked at all. Do we believe it's that piece of property?
Oh, that's,
Yeah, with me for one second.
well, that's the library, correct?
Well, the old library.
The old library would be that. That's right.
right, but I think it's these
I think it's-
three.
In the rear, behind the limited business. It's the
So is
property
the,
behind the business buildings.
is the one marked Town of Lynnfield parking lot?
Right.
Okay.
it's not a big piece.
No, it's gotta be these, I think it's these three little. Right.
I think he's talking behind of those places, so that'd be where it's marked Town of Lynnfield parking lot.
Yeah, we would.
But we'll be, Rob, 823.
Yeah, I could certainly meet with him and.
I would, I think request more information from Mr. Diorio, but
But
I would agree
I
with,
believe that's the piece he's looking at.
yeah, I would agree with.
Either way,
Yeah.
that would have access from the back for town, if we did town expansion.
Yeah,
over there.
no, definitely.
So I think we'd want to, but I do like the idea of maybe offering a short-term lease for the time being. That's not a bad idea. Yeah,
It works.
yeah. Okay,
Yep, absolutely.
okay, thank you. We do have requests for some use of town facilities. On September 29th, we have a 5K road race for inclusion by the Northeast Arc. I believe that's all been approved and signed off on. I think the route was a route they used in a prior road race.
Yeah, the old Thanksgiving race.
The old Thanksgiving race, yep. So without further discussion, I would take a motion to approve that.
So I move that the board vote to approve the use of town streets for the race for inclusion on September 29th, 2019, subject to any conditions imposed by the Public Works Director and the police chief.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. We also have a request for some one-day liquor licenses for John Thompson, which is Notch Brewing Mobile Beer Garden at Market Street. He has been here before and done similar dates in the past. He's looking for September 18th from 6 to 8 p.m., October 9th, again from 6 to 8, October 20th from 2 to 5, and November 24th from 3 to 6 p.m. I don't have a problem with this. He was
All right.
very responsible and did a good job before, so I would be okay with this. Any comments or questions?
I would agree.
I'll take a motion then to approve.
I move that the board approve the one-day beer and wine licenses for Notch Brewing at the locations in Market Street described in the application for the following dates and times: September 18th, 6 to 8 p.m., October 9th, 6 to 8 p.m., October 20th, 2 to 5 p.m., and November 24th, 3 to 6 p.m.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Very appreciate it.
Thank you.
We,
Now,
we
one
enjoyed
question
your,
for you.
we enjoyed your presentation, by the way.
It's a wonderful job. You convinced us. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second that motion?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Closed, Kenny.